The power of truth in a world full of controlled knowledge. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and today I want to talk about something that shapes our lives silently every single day: information asymmetry and the control of knowledge. It sounds technical, but its impact is deeply human and profoundly psychological. Powerful groups like governments, corporations, media giants have always known one truth: whoever controls information controls perspective, and whoever controls perception controls the world. That's why they create information asymmetry, a world where they know everything and the people we know only what they choose to tell us. But why is this dangerous? Let me break it down. First, understand this: knowledge is power. If your decision depends on the information you have, then filtering this information is a way to control your choices. Tobacco companies knew smoking caused cancer, but they hid the research. For decades, millions of lives were lost because truth was buried. Second, this is about agenda setting and cognitive dissonance. When contradictory facts are hidden, you and I end up aligning with the narrative we hear the most. Look at the Iraq War. We were told over and over about weapons of mass destruction. Dissenting voices silenced, evidences buried, and an entire nation believed a lie. Third, they play our authority bias. Our tendency to trust official sources without question. Remember Volkswagen clean diesel. They cheated emission tests for years while proudly marketing an illusion of environmental responsibility. And we trusted them because they wore the badge of authority. Fourth, when the truth is suppressed, something dark happens, a spiral of silence. Those who suspect the truth stays quiet, fearing isolation, ridicule, or worse. Think about life in an authoritarian regimes, where questioning the narratives means risking everything. People fall in line because silence feels safer than truth. That's true. It's happening every day in our lives. And then comes learned helplessness, the sense that I can change anything. This apathy is a victory for the powerful. Look at climate change denial. For decades, fossil fuel giants spent billions spreading doubt. Now, some people feel so confused that they give up on acting at all. Do you see the pattern? A knowledge hierarchy is built where elites hold the full power, full truth, and the rest of us live in shadows. That's what happens in the Cambridge Analytical scandal, when your own data was used to manipulate your vote while you had no idea. And it's just not history, it's now. Think about it. COVID 19 stats withheld early on. When COVID 19 first emerged in the late 2019 and early 2020, some government did not release accurate or complete data about infection rates, death counts, and severity of the disease. Why was this done? To avoid panic, protect political image, or maintain economic stability. Psychological effect: the public underestimated the risk because they trusted official regimes. This delayed preventive measures like lockdowns, mass mandates. What was the result? The virus spread unchecked in many regions, leading to million unnecessary deaths and health cautious. Secondly, Facebook algorithm hiding political content, creating echo chambers that divide society. Social media platforms like Facebook don't just show you random posts. They use algorithm to decide what you see based on your interest and past behavior. How does this cause harm? If you like one political viewpoint, the algorithm keeps showing you the similar content while hiding opposing views. Result: you live in an echo chamber where everyone seems to agree with you. You start believing your view is the only truth and others are wrong or even evil. Third, big pharma withholding side effect data. Pharmaceutical companies sometimes delay or hide researches that show serious side effects of the drug because revealing it could hurt profits. For example, Vioxx scandal in the early 2000s. We all remember Merck marketed a painkiller as safe while knowing it increased heart attack risks. Around 60,000 people died before the truth came out. Another case, the antidepressant reboxetine, was the subject of a study where only one trial was published out of seven. This published trial showed positive results. The other six trials, which involved more patients, were not published. Antidepressant studies with negative results were never published, giving doctors and patients a false sense of safety. So you see, withholding the full truth cost numerous lives. But this is not just it. Here's the part I want you to hold on to. Ignorance is inevitable. Silence is not mandatory, and knowledge is your power. Every time you question, every time you seek multiple sources, every time you refuse to accept a headline as the whole truth, you are breaking the cycle. You are reclaiming control. Because framing and priming work only when you stop asking questions. Suppression works only when you stop looking for answers, and your manipulation wins only when you stop caring. So here's my call to you: be the seeker, be the challenger, be the voice that breaks the spiral of silence. When you demand truth, when you share knowledge, when you refuse to be a passive consumer of filtered facts, you are not just informed, you are free. Thank you.